All right, let's have a quick look at Steam Monsters. Probably the most successful project so far on the Steam blockchain, and kind of interesting how quickly this came about. Because as of around April 2018, it had a lot of people spend money on it. It was kind of a good time on the Steam blockchain because Steam was quite high and people were just buying into this idea of having these cards and collecting them mainly as an asset, as a digital asset, immutable, quantifiable on the Steam blockchain. And they used a really interesting technique, which is one of the json methods to be able to store which cards you owned and the trading of them, which was kind of cool. And it came about really quickly. And the two people that set this running, I think it was Yapamat, who was originally the developer that reached out to Agrode. Both of these are very high, well respected witnesses, steemians on the Steam blockchain. Yapamat has done Steam Witness, developer, creator of the Steam Bot Tracker, post promoter, and Steam Monsters, and rapidly, brought Steam Monsters really up to be one of the biggest and best apps, dApps on the Steam blockchain, if you like. But it's funny, I don't think of it as a dApp. I kind of think of it as like the first proper game that's made money on the blockchain. And what it did is it really set them apart after they did their Kickstarter as well, and they managed to raise $88,000 from 274 backers on there as well. So opening Steam, the blockchain, up to the outside world as well, people who are interested in fantasy card games and being like, yes, I want to get in on this. Maybe not even interested in Steam as a blockchain at that point, but onboarding indirectly for getting people to donate into this game. And what that's done is it's made people realize what they can do on the Steam blockchain. I think from a business perspective, it's kind of motivated people that it can be done, that if you look at something creatively, especially the Steam blockchain, you can store the cards using the chain. So this is, or should I say, share details of who owns what card on the Steam blockchain using JSON, which then brought up a whole bunch of other questions and issues because there's the issue of delegating RC and mana to the new accounts and how they can play, and then also brought up a bunch of questions about the cost of doing those JSON transactions, which then brought about a small patch, a bit like a hard fork, but a small patch, which probably means you didn't have to resync the whole blockchain, but bringing the price down from a RC resource credits perspective. So let's show you the website. It's a very simple website, decentralized digital collectible trading game. Remember that bit. That's the most important thing, because this is what caused a lot of people FOMO, like fear of missing out, was having the right cards for the right game. And similar to like TV documentaries and TV shows, a bit like Netflix and things like that, where you have seasons. There is seasons to this game, so people are avidly trying to get a good deck of cards so that they can move up the ranks. And there's a whole ecosystem of people in there that now know that they have these cards, and obviously there's a community of people who want to trade them and buy cards that they're missing in their pack so that they can move up the ranks and take part in competitions. And some of these competitions are worth Steam and Steam power, so indirectly, by investing in these virtual digital assets, you have the ability to sit on them, a bit like having like a vintage car, for instance, and then trading them up within that season. So let's quickly get into the game and show you what it looks like. So what I was just talking about there, Steam Monsters Beta Booster Pack, 5 collectible game cards. So there's 518,000 packs remaining. They're $2 a piece. They've made it incredibly easy. As soon as you log in, boom, straight there. You can buy like 500 packs for 1,000. You get 75 free. Nice little touch there to be able to get it. And you can buy it by credit card or crypto. So straight away in crypto, you've got Steam SBD, but also supporting Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ether, Binance Coin, Tron, Monero, Dash. If you were thinking about what cryptos to get into, that's a pretty damn good list right there of which ones are probably going to be around in a couple of years' time. So there's like a whole marketplace here as well. So there's people actively selling different cards. There's gold cards, which are obviously high ranking, high rating. Some of these prices are crazy, 9999. We're not going to bring that one up, but let's bring up this one. And you can see here that these people, this goblin shaman, there's 973 of these cards in existence, and you can see that people are trying to sell these cards. So you've got at Grut, at SM-Trader, Happy33. These are all cards that people are selling, and they start from quite a low price, and then they move up depending on the ranking of that card. So for instance, there's one here which is a level 7 that somebody's trying to flip for $55. So then you've got this really interesting marketplace of being able to trade these cards to be able to up the power of your deck to win more competitions. And they have competitions as well that you can take part of to win Steam. So obviously if you've got a good deck, you've got more chance of winning. And the battle thing is really quite cool. They've put a lot of work into this. You can do like practice, you can do ranked, so you can rise up on that leaderboard like I was just saying. You can challenge a person, which is new to me. I've not used that before. But you can set the different levels: diamond, gold, silver, bronze, novice, and what cards you want to allow, the gold cards or the alpha cards. And then you can also wager on that as well. So if you've got booster packs, you can say, I'll wager you 200 booster packs. And then something like that is kind of interesting, because then you could live stream that to a bigger audience, and it adds a little level of interactivity to it as well, because you know somebody's going to win, somebody's going to lose, and there's like money on the line or cards on the line. It's a really cool game. Let's go and do a practice one. I'm terrible at this, but you select a magician, you select certain characters in your team, and I don't know the ins and outs of it because I've not played that much, because I didn't put too much money into it because I didn't have money to spend on it. But you have different attackers and defenders in your team, and each one has certain powers. And they've done an amazing job of the animation and the game inside of the browser. I would really love to see, and I don't know if this is a fact, but I would really love to see Steam Monsters be a native app on iOS and Android. I think that would open Steam up massively. I don't know how we would do payments for Steam or SBD through the app. I don't even know if you can do that, or if Apple's comfortable about doing little microtransactions like that. So what we're doing here right now is we're seeking an enemy of my skill level. So it might take a while because I'm pretty bad. But you can see also underneath this screen here, you've got a battle log of people that you've played against and ranked against. And you have so many mana points that you can select from your team members. So you have to bring a character in and then add other members to it to make that number up. And then it's kind of a turn-based thing, but you don't have any more interaction with that. It kind of just steps through and it just plays each card, and depending on the skill level of the competitor's card, it will knock certain points off yours and certain points off theirs, and then when you're down to your last card, it'll just say who's the winner and who's the loser. And you can watch it, or you can just step through and like mass produce those games. I think you can even run games from the command line with a set of tools using your Steam Monsters account. So it's kind of simple in the way it works, but it was proof to me that this is one of the ways that you can build a business on the Steam blockchain. And it was literally within 6 months that they took this to nearly $250,000 from a standing start. Basically, they didn't really have an audience as such or players ready to go. They just said, we're going to build this game. It's a card game. They activated the community, a big community which Aggro runs, which is the PAL network, the Peace, Abundancy and Liberty. Has a massive network over there. He's also got like 23,000 followers on his account. So he's a well-known, well-respected a witness and a whale on the service. So when you launch something like that, you're going to get a bunch of people look at it and be like, I'm going to give that a go. Just waiting for this to load out now. And I would say this is probably one of the most successful ones on the Steam blockchain. And other people have looked at this and thought, yeah, I could totally build something similar using JSON. There's a custom JSON ability to the Steam blockchain where you can store certain information. I used to think it was just like static meta kind of information, but they're actually using it in a way that the Steam Monsters website interprets it. I presume it looks it up from your account, which you're logged in with your Steam details, and looks for certain criteria on the blockchain. No suitable opponent can be found. Gutted. All right, so let's do a ranked battle. Can I do a ranked battle? I'm not going to wait for this. So let me see if I can get through to here. Let me go back to here. Let me cancel this match. And let's make team. Enemy found. Make team. So this is where you make a team up. You got like 2 minutes left to make the team, and the mana cap is 21. So I'm going to use has fled the battlefield. I won automatically. Amazing. So that's probably the first game I've won in a long time. Yeah, that didn't work so well, but you get the idea. Like new quest. There's also these little quests as well, where they set up a quest like once a week, and you can join that. And if you complete like 5 battles all in a row, then you get like booster packs for that as well. So if you have no money to buy any more cards, you can take part in some of those ranked battles using a certain character like the Fire Splinter. So you might have to buy a Fire Splinter, be incredibly cheap using Steam, and then you can build up your group from there. So it can get addictive incredibly quickly. So if you're interested in card games like Magic card games, you played anything like that with friends, I would heartily suggest you give this a go. And again, this is another way into the Steam blockchain, right? You set yourself up in an account. I think they do like a $10 pack now, where you can spend $10 and get a free Steam account with it. This power up, this is it, the power up account. That's not it. It's this one of these. I think it's this one, which is the $10 amount. So you can put the gift card, send it to somebody, they get a whole process of stepping through, and they get given a Steam account, and then they also delegate some power to it so they can actually play the game. I just think it's just a really smart way of onboarding people to the Steam blockchain, but also people who love these kind of styles of games.